Why hello there people, I'm Jan, and man, that's been a while. Okay, I know a lot of you want answers and that's what I'm here for. Before we start though, I want to thank you all for still being here, sticking by and supporting me in this pretty hard period. You guys are awesome. I also want to say I'm sorry because I should have done this video quite a few months ago, but things got in the way and the situation was still not clear enough for me to give you a decent overview of the whole thing. Now, I decided to split this video in 3 major points I'm gonna be talking about, to keep it relatively organized and as easier as possible to follow. And these major points are gonna be the C&D situation, what I'm currently doing, and what are the plans, ideas and hopes for the near future. After all this, there will also be a quick Q&A section. So let's start with the first one, the C&D situation. Some of you already know, some probably still don't, so let's start from the beginning, I guess. On the 18th of March 2014, we received a C&D letter from Hasbro's legal firm. For those of you who don't know, C&D stands for Cease and Desist, and it's basically a copyright claim that says, stop doing pony stuff or there will be legal consequences. Needless to say, we had no choice but to comply and remove pretty much every video that contained pony stuff. And of course, from the very first day that letter got published, we started receiving messages about it. Most of them basically screaming about how fake the fuck the letter was, that we've been trolled, that we can continue on producing our pony material, and other stuff like that. Which honestly really bugged me, because these people didn't even think of supposing that we wouldn't go on and delete stuff we spent a lot of time and effort into without knowing for sure that the claim was legit in the first place. So yeah, because we're idiots, you know that. Without going into further details, all you need to know is that the claim was indeed legit, and we've been in contact with Hasbro's legal department from that day on in order to sort the thing out. In fact, a few days after the C&D, some of my videos have been allowed to be back online. However, that didn't change much as I'm still unable to continue any pony production until further notice. We contacted some other people at Hasbro and it turned out that they didn't know of this whole thing. A lawyer of them was basically just doing their job, acting on Hasbro's behalf, which is totally okay, I mean, it's their IP after all. Anyway, long story short, we've been working on sorting the thing out with them, constantly talking over email, but god, legal stuff takes time. It's been about 8 months now since this whole thing started. To give you an idea, Pony Rock Anthem and the second episode of Battle Adventures plus a couple of shorts would have probably been done by now if it weren't for this situation. As for now, we still have to hear from them again, but last time we talked, they said they are considering opportunities that might be of mutual interest. Basically a deal, something that would make both them and us happy. Details on the matter still have to be given, so our guesses now are as good as yours. We can only speculate, hope for the best, and be prepared for the worst. That's pretty much all I have to say on the matter for now, so let's move on to the next point. What I'm currently doing. Well, I'm a freelance animator. I've been hired by a few clients over the past months and I'm currently invested in 3 projects. 2 of them shall remain a secret as I'm not allowed to talk about them by contract, but one of them is the following. I have a small job in the second season of a very cool web series called TOME, Terrain of Magical Expertise, created by Chris Niosi, which you can check out by clicking here, or on the links down in the description. My contribution on TOME is very minor, however, I just take care of the lip sync, which might sound boring, but when you actually have to draw every mouth position manually, you find a way to make it fun. And you know what? I don't care. I mean, it's a very nice mental break from other stuff I do. It's simple, doesn't take away too much of my time, and it's still a paid job. Mentally speaking, it's healthy. Aside from that, I take care of my Ask blogs on Tumblr, but I'm also developing concepts for my original stuff that might start seeing the light in the near future. Which brings us right to the last major point of this video. If you're still watching this, it's time to go over the plans, ideas and hopes regarding the future of this channel. As much as I would like to continue bringing you guys pony stuff, I just can't for now. And I trust in your understanding. I thank you in advance if you will still be willing to follow me regardless, ponies or not, as this is one of my hopes for the near future. Plans and ideas. I have many. For starters, a website, the creation of an original mascot for this channel, expanding my team, and of course, more content for you to enjoy. For instance, I was thinking of the following. Q&A videos. Needless to say, a series of voiceover videos in which I will answer your questions. Jan hates, Jan loves. Most of you seem to like hearing me rant about something or just, well, blabbering about what I like, I guess. So here's the idea. Another series of voiceover videos, with maybe some doodles, in which you'll hear me talking about whatever I hate or love, telling stories and personal experiences in a hopefully fun enough way for this to work. Flash tutorials? Possibly, but not very likely, as a series of tutorials will take a long time to compile. Gameplays? Again, possibly, as I'm not really good at live commentary, and mostly because how the heck would gameplays fit in a channel that is supposed to be about animations anyway? And of course, more animations! Mostly original stuff from now on, however, but I guess I could show some of my earliest works too, from when I first started using Flash. Anyway, yeah, I'm suggesting this kind of additional content in order to fill the gap from one good animation to another, since animating a decent enough production takes a huge amount of time, as I'm sure you all know. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of these options, and I shall see what to majorly focus on. Now, let's finish with some Q&A. A few days ago, I told my followers on Tumblr to toss me some questions they would have liked to be answered in this video, so let's see if I can add something to what's already been said. Ahoyak028 says, question for the upcoming video. I know you have multiple projects to do, but do you try to finish them bit by bit at the same time, or do you make them one at a time? A very interesting question. I always deal with more than one project at the same time. It might not seem like a good idea, but trust me, it's good to have the possibility of switching between projects depending on how you feel. Working for too much on the same thing ends up causing a sense of oppression, and that's really not healthy for both you and your project. Well, for me at least. Phyllisman611 says, do you think this video will put an end to the constant annoying questions you keep receiving? Not a chance. Moonred4000 says, Jan, will we be seeing any new animation from you in the near future, like when you did the South Park style of animation? You can definitely expect new animation from me in the near future, but as said, they will mostly be original, so you can look forward to it. And with that being said, I can declare this update video concluded. I will see you next time, but in the meanwhile, you can follow me on Twitter for real-time updates, and on Tumblr if you want to send me questions. Or read the answers I give to other people that ask questions, I guess. Whatever. So yeah, have a nice day and remember to eat all the broccoli. Meow.